I went to the very first fight club that there was, and boy, it was chaotic to say the least. It was wild. I think I made it to week 2, and I struck out right away. And I was traveling for work, and I was done. I didn't make hardly any of the assignments, and I was done. So fast forward, I took probably 6 or 7 chapters off then, and then my brother was like, "Hey, you need to try it again," and that's when I started getting into Fight Club and doing it on a regular basis. Once I got in the Fight Club, I had a lot of the disciplines in place, like reading the Word on a daily basis, getting into Scripture, stuff like that. But the areas I was lacking in was, I would say, my relationship with other men and relationship with my wife, and what it truly means to be a man and a husband that follows after God, that runs after God, and that serves. That's one of the big things I've got out of Fight Club is the servitude. Like, we are called to be servants. So the brotherhood of Fight Club is something I've never experienced before. I grew up with, there were 4 boys and 1 girl. So me and my brothers were always like really close, and that was my brotherhood. My best friends were my brothers. Man, I have gained so many relationships, and not just surface level relationships, but deep relationships. I have friends now that I could call up and they would do anything for me. They pray with me, they encourage me. Whatever you need, they're there, and that's what's unique about Fight Club. And every chapter, whether I'm leading, whether I'm just going along with it, part of a squad, you gain so many friendships, you gain so many just relationships that I now view some of these guys like my brothers. We stood around the fire at one of our meetings, midnight meetings, and we linked arms, and they tried to some of the leaders tried to break through and get to the line, and they couldn't. And when you hold the line for your family, when you link arms with other men, it's powerful. And I guess that's the biggest takeaway. That's the biggest thing I've got out of this chapter is I need to not rely on myself so much, and I need to rely on other men, other godly men, to help me through this life, and it makes it so much easier. One of our assignments was to pay for somebody's gas or give them a gift card at a gas station. And I was praying all that week. That was the week I wanted to get rid of the distractions, and I said, I'm going today to drive to the gas station and pray for somebody. And I said a prayer in the morning. I said, Lord, I want you to speak to me like that book teaches, and I want to hear your voice. And literally, I was going to the gas station, and I said a quick prayer, and I no longer got my truck and park, and this older gentleman pulls up next to me and gets out, and his card won't work at the when he's paying at the pump. And I mean, it was like instant, and God said, that's him. And it was almost audible, but he said, that was it, that's him. And man, you want to talk about a cool instance, a cool experience, just being able to show God's love and talk to a guy. And he asked me, why do I do that? He goes, why would you ever do this to somebody? And I told him, because I love Jesus and he wants me to do it too. So it's just cool experiences like that make reading the book, being a part of a chapter, very, very exciting. My name's Garrett Hill, and I'm a Fight Club man.